Hello, 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 check, check. Just a second. Setting things up for myself and now where do we kickstart things for the day? Let me check if I'm visible properly, if I'm live properly, and if things are working well. Check, check, check. 1, 2, 3. Check, check, check. 1, 2, 3. I'm not used to this problem, but since I am having this problem, let's see how do we solve it. And the problem really is nothing but not being able to come entirely on the screen. I think it's solved. There is a black space that is on the top. I don't know why is it happening. What if I do this, I'll not be showing the entire components of my screen. I'll try minimizing and now we are good to go. Now what is this video? Now what is this stream all about? As the title goes, Pizzeria Angular project, revisiting and revising. This is part 2 of it. So in the first part we covered things till where I'll just share another screen and then it would be more sensible to talk and set the agenda. Nice. The tabs. Add another screen. Source. Capture. Window. And browse. I think it's good. Yep, but it is above my webcam. Now it is absolutely okay. So quickly, I'll tell you where we were yesterday, what did we revise, and what is yet to do in this stream. I think it will take us one more stream after this to complete everything that we have thought. So I had a project, I made that project, and I wanted to, so why not kickstart things just by starting a new stream altogether, because I wasted a lot of time lately. So I had a project Pizzeria, and I was revising, and I made that project already. And for me to revise that project, I asked Claude what is the best way to revise. So it said that actively recall the components and the structure and the workings on paper. So instead of using a paper, we are using eraser.io, and we are writing everything as far as we can remember, and the gaps that we are finding. Okay, so what did we do after A to reach B? If there is something that I'm lacking over there, so I'll fill that gap by actually seeing the code. To see the code, I just have to do, oh no, this every time, so you'll be able to see my code. Is this the right way? I don't know, because my VS code is not visible somehow. Cancel, and I'll open my VS code. It is opened. Why it is not catching that? Yep, this is okay. Open up this. If I switch here, I have to minimize this every time to actually show you this screen. So I'm learning things along the way. Okay. Same problem. Let's leave now. Concentrate. Let's concentrate. So we covered, so these are all the components. It must be better if I write only the components. Well, these are the components. I'll write it here separately. Components, first one was home page. Second one was order pizza, and third one was build pizza. Fourth one was cart, right? And apart from these components, I had one service named cart.service.ts. So .service.ts is what you get from the Angular side, but cart is what I named my service originally. So we were somewhere on the cart we were discussing about the service and the need for creating the service. In short, what is a service? A service is a class uh, of which you can share the only instance of the class to every component inside your project. So every component has that very same instance of the class, and by using that instance of the class you can actually use the materials, the properties, the methods inside the class, right? So the functions which are written under cart.service.ts file can be utilized by actually utilizing the object of this class, the only object, the only instance of this class, right? So this is a service. Homepage was mostly static, so we'll rule that. Second, order page. We covered everything inside the order page, so we had this TS file or this JSON data, which we eventually converted to TS file, and then I linked that data with my interface called Pizza, and I created an interface also, and using that interface I created a variable where I am storing everything, right, of the type Pizza, which is, and where is this type coming from? The interface that I created. Now the only thing which was working over here, apart from fetching data from what we had inside the data, we had this add to cart button, and it has supposedly 3 workings, actually 2, let's say 2. 3, I am calling 3 because whenever you click here, you are just logging it over here. And why is this coming? It is yet to be discovered that why so many WebSockets connection failure is coming. So the only thing that is working in this page is this add to cart button, which is ultimately triggering a signal, which is an array of objects, an array of type cart item. So we are sending this Pizza data to that cart item, right? Again, if we add this, now this is something that we are updating every time when we are adding a pizza. So 3, the number 3 is getting updated. When we hit this, as soon as we increase the items inside the cart, this increases, this quantity increases. Let's today understand how are we doing this. In the last stream we covered how we included pizza. So ultimately we were sending the object of the pizza to a function which was written in its corresponding components corresponding HTML TS file, and in that TS file we were actually injecting the service cart service, and in that cart service we were actually sending this object of pizza, and at the same time we are creating this alert that okay, your pizza has been added to the cart. So 2 things done there. Now the service.ts, how is this increasing? This is the next thing to study. So this is the quantity. Even if we add this multiple times, so we have 3 items or 4 items of paneer tikka pizza, so this gets updated. How it is getting updated? Single shot, one answer through a signal. Let us see how are we actually doing things. We are inside our code editor and we are inside the cart. Now where is this button actually located? Let's quickly see. This button is located in our, oh, not here dear, it is located it is located inside the page. Oh, sorry. It is located inside app, and that inside that app there is this app.component.html. This is the only component that gets created when you create an Angular project. This component gets comes here by default. So when you start an Angular application, you get one component, and an Angular application must have at least one component. So here is our button, and here what we are doing, we are printing things over here, right? This is interpolation, and where are we getting this interpolated data from? Where is this cart service, total item? So definitely we must have injected in its corresponding TS this cart service, and using this cart service we are calling this function total item count. Let's see. Yes, so we have actually injected the cart service simply with the use of inject keyword. And once you go to the cart service, now this, my dear friends, is the function. This is our function. This is our function, right? Total item count. Now why have we used computed? Okay, I this is a mistake that I have done. I must actually recall how I did this. So let's, even if with this little knowledge that we have used computed, let's recall what we know. So new thing from here, we have something, we have a button, right? We have a button. Actually we have a span, but let's leave it. And we are doing interpolation over here, and we are calling cart service dot total items, right? This is the function. Now let's assume we are inside cart dot service dot ts. Now we'll make this huge block for this, because now onwards we are going to write everything. Can we group these? Leave. Inside this cart service we have this function total items. Now we have a signal. First of all, we have a signal. Maybe with the writing pad I must have done things well, but right, is there any way I can fix this position? Just a second. Why? So inside the card service, we were calling a signal. We had a signal array, right? And how did we define that? We told that it was going to be a signal, and then this, and then the type of signal. So we had a signal of the type cart item. I know the spelling. Okay, and then this, and inside this we had this to be declared. So we had this. So we created a signal array. Now we have to count the items, right? Now about the items. Now we create items is equals to this dot signal array dot as read only. I suppose